Happy Halloween, we'd be seeing some strange stuff going on in the hood. Aloha to all of you, it's me, Queen We'd Be Buzzin' the Traveling Bee. Being that it's Halloween, we'd be Miss Beehivin' here at Beehive 50 for Halloween. This was my first video I made accidentally, and that's because it's based on some real events that I can't explain, but I thought, wouldn't it be wild to just get on video in case something, I don't know, very strange goings on in the neighborhood. And I like to call it Strangerz in the hood. Strange Neighborz with a Z. I mean, but it is based on actual things that were going on in my neighborhood, in my driveway. And yes, they were strange, including catching people. Well, I'll let you judge for yourself. Enjoy. I just moved into what seemed like an ordinary neighborhood. I learned about the family that had lived in the house previously and that one of the relatives lived alone next door, an old lady. I was befriended by the crazy lady that lived across the street. And she told me that one of the relatives was buried underneath the house. And that freaked me out, to say the least. And honestly, I didn't believe her, because even though I know that people were able to bury family members on their property, this was outlawed some time ago. Now, as crazy as you know some people are, some things they say are true. I was skeptical, but little did I know. So as I approach my house, I notice that there's all these cars in the driveway, and some of them came and went, and some of them never left. And every day I'd wake up in the utility room and other spaces of the house, I'd find piles of things that didn't belong to me. But others were saying that the new neighbors were just being neighborly and giving us things, bringing things over. I didn't believe that for a minute. There's car seats in there for children. We have no kids at this house. There's clothes and piles of things that I wouldn't even know what they're used for. So, mixed in with things that do belong to us, but every day there was something new. And the garage is full of all kinds of stuff. Look at all this driftwood. And I found burn marks on the ceiling in the utility room. And I knew that it was burn marks because you can see a fingerprint up there. I put my finger up there and it was smudging. So it was clearly a burn mark. What's weird is I heard one day the water running outside from the hose. I went into the garage and I found the neighbor girl over there with the hose inside the carport and in between the roof and the wall where there's some space. She had the hose going out and over outside. And then I caught the guy going through my garbage one morning, and he ran in between the two houses in the alley there. Every night, one or the other would be sitting in their car awake all night, watching what's going on. One day I started realizing something was coming up through my floor, and it came up through the floor so much that it ruined the tile in my floor, and my chair, my office chair, was moving backwards on its wheels. So you can see the tile is moved here. Now, mind you, this house is newly renovated. This is a brand new floor and brand new tile. Then I pull up one day to find this. I never saw the lady next door who's part of the family that owned the property. Never saw her leave or move out. Did find the girl next door in my garage using my hose that was going out up to my roof. She's over there, and he's parked out here. These are the neighbors. He was coming down the street with his highlights shining in my face as I was investigating what was going on in the driveway. And you see, my dog is out there looking. She knows something's going on over here, and I know something's going on. This isn't right. This is some scary stuff going on over here. People don't just go into your garage. People don't just rummage through your garbage, and when they get caught, run away when they live right next door. I never saw that lady move out. I never saw these people move in. I see them moving a bunch of stuff out of the house that looks like it doesn't belong to them, that they're throwing away and getting rid of. This is all too strange for me, man. I'm telling you. This is unreal, what's going on here. Somebody knows what's going on, but nobody's talking. They're keeping it down on the low. It's all hush. It's the buzz. But I just don't get what's going on. Crazy lady across the street, I saw some strange truck in her garage and she waddled over with some backpack. I think they're ripping people off and stashing their stuff at this house. And I'm not joking about any of these things, and I can't embellish them because I'm not that creative. I'm telling you, there's some strange goings on here. Oh, somebody's here. Yep, who's here in the driveway?
Yep. I told you she was here.
And this crazy person who's a friend of somebody who lives here keeps coming late at night. Whatever it was, I whipped it out from this side. And I showed you on the other side as I walked over and looked. There must have been a car out there. I kept hearing noise this morning and all night last night. Let's have a look outside. Somebody was here with a vehicle parked. It went right through there. I already went, look, the car was parked right there. You can see something's dragged over. Goes right back through there. So I decided to look under the house. Now, Coco, my dog, had been sitting in the backyard for already a year or so and been going under the house and just sitting there for shade. So I noticed what was under the house and what wasn't under the house. And what I discovered during this time was so disturbing that it made me leave that house with all my things still in it. This is my exploration, and this is what I discovered. This house was originally built in 1925, so I expect to see some old things, but one of the old pipes was dug up, and across over there, I see what looks like a perfect rectangle and of a hole. And it's the bottom of the sixth. And if New York scores here, they could set the tone. Oh, they could set the tone for the end of this game and keep the series going on. It's a nail biter, folks. It's a real scary moment for those who want the New York Yankees to win. But I gotta be honest, folks. Shohei Ohtani has a home here on the big island of Hawaii. If there's any chance of meeting that guy, Wookie rooting for them in the World Series. All right. As I was sitting here laughing, I reminded myself, oh, this is like, I was going to say, you're watching the World Series 2024, but I really almost accidentally said 1985 because I was thinking of the Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs, but really that was 1984. 1980. Oh, and it's all tied up, kid.
Dodgers trailed 5-0.
And here we go.
Looking for their first lead in game 5.
He's looking to come home to Big Island early.
Folks at foul. That's catcher's interference.
Oh!
Austin Wells.
Choke! Oh, choke! And it's a challenge! Oh! And of course my dog had to go for a walk. The longest one of the month, apparently.
Holy cow!
And we now take you back to our originally scheduled program. These are various pictures documenting what it looked like before, and every day that I would go under and check to see what's coming up through the bottom of the floor. So this persisted for a few days. I finally went out one day and found something completely different than the other days. Grab your kids, call the neighbors. This is what I found. This pile looks like it went down. We compare it to scary shit going on here. And then one day, I discovered this. And this is what I found. Yep, the last name certainly does match the previous owners. The date on this headstone says 1899 to 1985. And let me be perfectly honest here. It looks as if somebody dug up the grave and moved it and left the headstone there. I'm really not kidding. This is a rectangular area that goes down about 6 feet. There's a hole. And there's a grate there, like in between 3 feet. 3 feet above and 3 feet below. And a bunch of stuff out here. So, I don't know what happened. I can only speculate and use logical reasoning to come to a conclusion. But strange noises, weird goings on, I can't describe or explain, but somebody can. And when I think about that I found under here before I knew any of this, it makes me wonder if I didn't find more. Well, I think the video footage speaks for itself. You can make of it whatever you want. There's so much more I wasn't able to get on film, but I was trying not to be obvious. And again, it was just an accidental thing, and I thought, hey, just what if, by chance, you just never know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this lighthearted documentary, Laugh Olympics. The main thing is, just be buzzing. All right. This is Queen We'd Be Buzzing the Traveling Bee with some We'd Be Misbehavin' Halloween fun clips. As we say here in the Hawaiian Islands, until we meet again, a hui ho and aloha. We'd be wearing Fat Jimmies of Hawaii. Don't just be fat, be comfortable. We'd Be Buzzin' is filmed entirely on location in Hawaii. Once again, hau'oli helui, as we say here in the Hawaiian Islands. Mahalo nui loa to all of you for watching. This is Queen We'd Be Buzzin'. Until we meet again, a hui ho and aloha. The shaka sign is the official gesture for the state of Hawaii. And remember, folks, you don't have to live in Hawaii to share the aloha. Show a shaka and share the aloha.